what you're saying is true. It's 100% true. But there are still a lot of cases where when a woman is competent, she's viewed as less vulnerable. And a lot of time when a woman is viewed as more vulnerable, it automatically sparks that instinct, like that save her instinct. Like there's things that you're gonna do for a less competent woman that you probably might not even think to do for a more competent woman. But the problem is sometimes that more competent woman wants you to do those same things, right? So that's what I mean. Like just because there's a lot of competent women out there that can handle themselves fine. And so when you're not seeing them struggle, sometimes as a guy, you don't even think, oh, does she need help with that? Because she got it. When it's like, really, she's sitting around like, I want help. Even though she can handle it, she wants the help. So I agree with everything you're saying, but I also understand where that woman's coming from.
But if a woman displays that she doesn't need help, then she doesn't need help.
I agree.
Whether he so the thing is like it's one of those chicken or the egg arguments. Which comes first? Is it the woman that she displays that she doesn't need help, and therefore he's like, okay, then I won't help you. Because if you keep telling me till you blue in the face, I don't need your help in this. I don't need your help. I don't need you to hold the door open for me. Of course, when you go out in public and he no longer holds the door for you, you can't then go back and say, oh man, he's starting to treat me like a masculine woman because, you know what I mean? I done took no, you've been telling the nigga the whole entire time that you don't need his help.
I agree with that, right?
And then also when we talk about the taking foot off the gas, if you live a lifestyle that is well beyond his means, he has no choice but to take his foot off the gas because he can't afford it to begin with. If we living on your household and we at your crib or whatever, and you make $190,000 a year and I make 45, there ain't shit I can do to help you.
He moved in with you.
Like if we get together, there ain't shit I can do with you. Like there ain't shit unless you come down and say, hey, look, you know what? I get it. You only make 40,000, so we're gonna go and just live off of your 40,000. That's not realistic.
Yeah, but Sweeney, check this out, right? But look, let's say you're living off her bag, right? But it's little simple shit like this, right? But when you pull up at the gas station, does she pump her gas or do you pump the gas? Because I think that's what the lady's talking about. She's saying like you can live off her bag, but are you treating her like a woman? Like a woman still want to feel like a woman, and just because she got the bread to put the gas in the car, don't mean she don't want you to pump it. That's all I'm saying.
I would say in majority of the cases, that dude is doing all that shit, but it's not seen as masculine when he does it anymore.
And or she gets out the car when she pulls up to the pump.
It's saying as get your bitch boy ass out and pump my gas. She's no longer seeing it as a man taking care of his woman, more so than she's just looking at it as a service. She doesn't see the fact that you may rub her feet at night anymore as a man looking out for his woman. She just sees it as you servicing her because she's bringing a bag home. So she's viewing you as a bitch boy, even though you're doing things that a man would normally do for his woman. Whether she, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I've seen that dynamic where a man takes on the role of taking care of his woman. He does all those things, but she doesn't see it that way because she's bringing home the bag. So she's saying, oh no, you better go pump my gas because I bring the bacon around this motherfucker. So get your ass out there and go pump my gas. Even though that's something we would say that a man naturally supposed to do, but that ain't how she views it. She doesn't view it as him being a man. She views it as him being a help.
I think that's true for a lot of women.
He her helpmate.
I think that's true for a lot of women, right? So everything y'all are saying is not false, right? I'm not arguing against nothing that y'all saying, but as much as what you're saying is true, right? There are some niggas who are just like, when they see a woman doing well, they just fall back. They just look at it like, yo, she got this. I'm gonna fall back and just live good off of her efforts. And it's like what this girl in the video is essentially saying is like, the problem is not that he don't got the bag she got. The problem is that he's sitting back and not being a man, and he's not making her feel like a woman, even though she has the bag. So I understand the argument from both sides.
In those scenarios, most men fall back financially. And the reason why they fall back financially is because you literally cannot afford what the hell she's providing for herself. So you have no choice. If you with her and she's with you, you literally have no choice but to fall back because you can't afford the shit.
Yeah.
If she wants to go...
Yeah, she got to take her arm out your ass. You a goddamn puppet for her. You a goddamn puppet. What man wants to do like that and touch that bullshit, man? Goddamn, you ain't no goddamn man no more. She pulling string. And she tell your ass want to dance, you dancing. You shucking and jiving and shit. Oh hell no! What? Look here, man. I hope y'all ain't doing this. If you are, y'all y'all some goddamn fool because you're not a man no more. You're a boy. You're a child. She's taking care of you like you her grown ass child. And you just like y'all said, the service. Whenever she needs some dick, and then she probably gonna get tired of fucking you because she don't even look at you as a man no more. So now she a pool boy.
Hank, the argument is, what about the guys that want her to have her hand up his ass? Because she's making the money, he just relaxes. What about that guy?
He relaxes in his femininity.
Hey, again, I'm gonna say it again, though, Shay.
He's living his soft life. He's living his soft life.
What about the guy that rests in his femininity? What about the guy that rests in his femininity?
Look, he's gonna be moving on. He gonna be short term. He's gonna be he's a 6 month fix for. Soon as you realize, man, I can't do nothing with this dude.
That ain't short term. Stedman still with Oprah. So. That ain't short term. No women keep them niggas around.
We know Stedman is a cover for Gayle King and Oprah's love affair. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So Sweeney.
But no, that's what I'm saying. We talking about a man that's resting in his femininity.
No.
Hold on. Stedman is resting in his femininity, and he doesn't give a damn that Oprah's out there smashing other women. He don't care. He's sitting there chilling, enjoying them that $1 billion net worth, and he shuts the hell up. There are some men out there that will sit there and be like, hey, look, shit. Hey,
damn, man.
I'm cool with my woman sitting out there making all that bread and I'm chilling.
How can you go home and face your boys, man, and go out with your friend?
You under the assumption these niggas got boys.
He probably can't. He probably right there beside, like you said. She right there beside him.
Credit card. He got his woman credit card.
Come on, man. He gets a goddamn allowance. Hell no, man.
Yo, guys, we got to stop equating, like something we got to stop doing in this space is we equate dominance and finances to be the same thing. And that can be proven wrong all the time. A perfect example is a pimp. A pimp don't make no money. The hoes make all the money, but he's still the dominant one in the situation. Why? Because he treats them like females and puts them in that feminine position. So we keep having this idea that you have to be a breadwinner to be dominant, and that's not the case. That's a fallacy. That's not real. Like that's just a YouTube talking point.
He getting dogged any type of way. He probably getting dog walked every goddamn day.
Who getting dog walked? Pimps ain't getting dog walked by nobody.
No, we're talking about the dude that was getting his hands up the girl's ass. The woman putting her hand up his ass.
Also, the woman made it about finances first. The lady in that video made it about finances first. We didn't bring that shit up. She said that shit. She said if she makes more than you, then you wind up becoming a bitch in a relationship. Nobody else mentioned that except for her. So that's why we talking about it in that way.
And I think that's
I think you brought up a great point there. Yeah. I think you brought up a good point, using the pimp analogy there, because according to the lady in the video, it sounds like to me she's saying that she's already with this man. They're already in love. They got married, whatever. And he's taking his foot off of the gas a little bit. Like he's stepping back a little bit. Now that he's already gotten her, I'm assuming he was already doing all the little things that got him there. All the opening the doors, the bae, I got you, I'm taking care of you, the foot rubs, all the things. And he's starting to take his foot off of the acceleration because her financial responses or her finances and what she's earning surpasses him to a high degree, to where it's like, okay, why I gotta worry about doing this and doing that? She got it. She make twice as much as I do or 3 times as much as I do. Why I gotta focus on this financial thing or that financial thing? That's what it sounded like to me. And a lot of times, any dudes that got any kind of that's in that situation that has any kind of pride about themselves, they turn around and start doing some of the more feminine roles. They do. Like they'll sit up there, they'll start cooking more. They'll make sure the house is clean. Like if she's in the office all day long and you got time, or you work from your computer and you making a percentage of what she makes, you gonna make sure the laundry's done. You gonna make sure other things are done to kind of take that burden off of her, because she is the breadwinner, because she is bringing in that much more. Anybody's got pride about themselves, that's what a lot of that seems to happen. Kind of what Clout was talking about. But Sweeney, you got a good ass point too. they can start looking at you like they little bitch, straight up. Like
you
he's my
are.
little
That's what you
manservant,
are.
and he's doing the things I need him to do because he better rub these feet. He better pump this gas because I'm
those
financing
relationships don't
everything.
last.
And
She still ends up single.
it doesn't, because you talk about the woman's ego. And that's what it comes down to. Men's level of ego when we have a bunch of money and we have a woman that doesn't make anywhere as near as much. We're talking about spreading it out and starting a family and growing something. When women have a lot of money, typically, it's more of a selfish thing. It's more about, look what I can do without a man. And then when they do get a man, and it's all good, he's dicking her down good, they loving on each other, it's cool, they having fun. But at the end of the day, if it's that much of a discrepancy and anything on his end is lacking in her mind, it's a problem. And that ego is going to start getting stoked.